Hello, my friends, and welcome to Italy, a place to love YouTube channel. The channel where I like to show the properties for sale in the Italian market. In each video, I select a property in a different town in one of the beautiful regions of Italy. But today, as Friday, as usual, is my second video for this day. I make a different type of video. So I like to show you the cheapest properties for sale in a selected province. So we go through Idealista, I select the province, and then through selected filters, we'll find out the properties for sale in this area. So let's start, my friends. Today's video is about Pescara province. So let's start. Okay, so Pescara province, Abruzzo region. So through this video, we are going to investigate the properties for sale in this area, as I just said. Anyway, we see on the map here on the left-hand side where Pescara province is. So partially is on the sea, but partially anyway is also in the central part in the inner part of Abruzzo region. Okay, so as usual, I want to show you that we have 4,124 houses and flats for sale in this province, in Pescara province. So we need to reduce the amount of property. So we are going to select a certain amount of filters, simply anyway, to reduce the amount of property. Because anyway, here we have lovely property for sale for a tiny bit less than 1 million. Let me know if that is your budget. I can even cover this type of expensive properties. I'm joking. The video is about inexpensive properties in Abruzzo, in Pescara province, Abruzzo region. So let's start with selecting the filters that will help us to reduce the amount of properties. So we have overall 4,200, so maximum 60,000 euro. That's what we are going to select. 688 properties. Now I select 60,000 because Idealista doesn't allow me to select lower prices. So the maximum price we select is 60,000. Only houses, no apartments. Okay, let's see. We drop to 300 houses after these filters. Okay, let's see a bit more. Okay, no auction properties because anyway, there are not many, but a good amount of properties that are sold under auction. Okay, and we reduce to 271 houses for sale. Let's see which other filter we can select to reduce around 100 properties. Now, rooms, we don't select anything. Okay. Bathrooms, we don't select anything. And condition, I always go for good conditions, for properties that are in a good condition. So let's see how many properties we drop. So we drop to 126 houses, which I consider I don't need to select more filters simply because 126 houses, there are 25 houses per page. So it's around 4 or 5 pages. And then we can have straight away an idea about the inexpensive properties for sale in this area. Inexpensive under 60,000. Okay, my friends, so if you like this type of videos, please put like and subscribe. It helps my channel to grow. I hope you are enjoying this type of contents where I'm showing you, where I'm explaining you the Italian house market for you to understand better why in some areas prices are lower, what's the range price in certain area for inexpensive properties. So let's start investigating. Now, I also want to say that by the way I'm scrolling, all right, and checking the properties, if I see a property that goes that I consider interesting, okay, to take a note, I will just, anyway, take a note simply for me to remember which properties in the future I may record actually for the coming week. So for tomorrow, Saturday, Monday, and Wednesday, I will record videos of inexpensive properties for sale in Pescara province. Okay, so let's start. We have the first one, 48,500. Now, let's start saying that usually my budget, when I'm talking about inexpensive, I'm talking generally about around under 35,000. Now, if it's around under 40, it's still okay. Between 40 and 50, I will judge at the end. And between 50 and 60, I generally skip this property. So over 50, I skip. Between 40 and 50, I only go if I don't find anything decent under 40. Okay, so for example, here we have 44. Now we focus under 35, under 40. Okay, so for example, here we have this property for sale, 25,000 euro in Popoli. Now, Popoli is not a small town. We offer in the historic center of the town an independent solution with a private entrance, comprises of kitchen, bathroom. Okay, this I consider an interesting property. So I will sign this property. So 25K Popoli and square meters, 95 square meters, which is around 1100 square feet, I'd say. Okay, let's continue and let's see what else we find. Then obviously, I haven't checked the condition of this property. First of all, there are enough pictures, so 50 pictures, and if I consider that the property is in a good condition, then I decide to make I will decide to make a video. 48,000, 30,000. Okay, this is an interesting house. 30,204 square meters. And we are in Carpineto della Nora. So I take a note because this one, 30K, Carpineto. You see, I'm not very technological. I still like to use the pen. Let me know if you are not technological as me under the comment section. So 30K, 204 square meters. So I'd say 2,200 square feet. Then obviously we have to investigate the condition of the property. This one looks nice, looks in a good condition. There might be things that, for example, I give you an idea. If in this house there's no heating system, I will skip, because for me, heating system is one of the things that if I'm buying a property and I straight away have to invest to install a heating system in a house that is already in a good condition, I'd say it's not a good investment. But anyway, that depends. If it's only a holiday home, that you use only in the summer, then you might not need. Then if you find one interesting property while I'm scrolling, even if I don't stop, and you want me to make a video of this property, let me know under the comment section. Obviously, for me to make a video, I need to have decent amount of pictures. For example, this one, there are 30 pictures, so which is okay. Now, the asking price is 50,000 euro. Generally, I don't cover. I like to cover under 40,000. But if you find a property that you might be interested, now Caramanico, this one, 25,000 euro, but we see a property in a raw state, not all the property. Okay. This one, it's quite interesting, even if the pictures are not paying back, so I will skip it. Obviously, for me to make a video, I need to have at least decent pictures, because if there are no decent pictures. 35,000 here for 40 square meters. So now this one, even if it's under 40, we are 35, where the price per square meter is 1,000 euros. So for me, I always consider the price per square meter, which has to be at least under 500 euro. Then we have a lovely house here for 50,000 euro. Lovely. Let's say I haven't seen the pictures, but we see that this is a decent property. 50,000 euro, 170 square meters. Interesting, even if it's above my budget. Let's see this one, 35,000, Civitaquana. That's the 21 pictures. Also a property that looks in a good condition overall. I might take a note. Then, obviously, I have to investigate. Okay, let's take a note. 35,000, 35K, Civitaquana, Civitaquana. We are talking about 60 square meters, not very big property. Okay, around 700 square feet. And the price here is tiny bit above, I'd say around 550, 600 euro per square meter. Okay, let's keep scrolling. 44,000, 49, 60,000. Interesting property. I mean, this looks like a lovely mansion with land. 131 square meters, but again, we are at the highest price selected here, which is 60,000 euro, 50,000, 50,000. So basically now, up to now, what I can say, we are in Pescara region, Pescara province, sorry, and I see that anyway, as usual, in between 50 and 60,000, you already find lovely properties. Between 40 and 50 needs to be investigated. Under 40 is quite hard to find decent property for sale. So 58,000, lovely building here, historical building, 205 square meters. Then obviously we should investigate the condition. I might see some kind of, generally the bathrooms are the weakest point of these properties for sale. 35,000, San Valentino in Abruzzo Citeriore, Contrada Solcano. So we are in a small hamlet, 5 rooms, 125 square meters. For sale, autonomous single-family house, a few minutes from the historic center of the authentic and medieval village of San Valentino in Abruzzo. 28 pictures. Let's have a quick look. We are in a small hamlet. Okay, I see a house that is not very in a bad condition, but I see already a good amount of works to do, so I'll skip it for now. 48,000, 52, 60,000, 55, 39. Now, 39. We are under 40, 32 pictures, which is a good amount. 165 square meters. All right, big size. We are not far from the mountains. Overall, I see a house, a building that is not in a very bad condition. Okay, bedroom, balconies, bright bedroom, spacious. This is an interesting property. It's an independent, semi-detached. It's not really an independent solution, but okay, we are going up with our budget. We are 39K. Farindola, in this town called Farindola. Probably We are quite close to the mountains. 39K, Farindola, 165 square meters. Now, Casa del Pastorin, the municipality of Castelli. Let's go just 1 second on Google Maps to understand where Farindola is, because this house is quite interesting. I want to understand the location. Farindola. Okay. So we are in between. Let's say we are not very far from Penne. We are not very, very far from the sea. Let's see just how far we are from Pescara for this house. 59 minutes. So 1 hour. I'd say, okay, we may reach the seaside destination in 50 minutes. Anyway, not very, very close to Pescara, but anyway, a bit quite close, anyway, to the mountain regions. For example, let's see how far we are from Sulmona, just to understand. Sulmona, a lovely, okay, Sulmona is quite far, 1 hour and 31 minutes. Anyway, this is an interesting property. I have to investigate the location a bit better, but 39,000 for 165 square meters, it's a good value. Then let's continue. 55. Okay, now we finished the first page. Let's go on the second page. Now, 29,000 via Don Panfilo, Caracciolo, Bussi sul Tirino. 5 rooms, 160 square meters. That's okay, 14 pictures. Not the best pictures I ever seen. I wish they had more pictures. Okay. Let's take a note for this one, but it's not convincing me because the small amount of pictures. Okay. Bussi sul Tirino. Tirino. How many square meters? 160 square meters. 750 square feet. Okay, let's continue. 47, 60,000, 35. In the historic center of one of the most beautiful hamlets in Italy, medieval village located in the center of Abruzzo at the gates of the Maiella Mountains. 35. Let's see. The property, okay, steep steps, steep staircase that are leading to the first floor. The house is not bad overall. This could be interesting. Surrounded by nature, 80 square meters. We have a cellar. We are in the historic part. This is the house, which is not bad. Okay. All right, let's take a note here. 35. I'm showing you basically the way I judge the properties. Then, obviously, when I select a certain amount of properties, and then I still go through other type of filters, like if they have heating system, if they are in a good condition, the location, the size of the property. Anyway, there are a few things. Abbatteggio, the town detached house in Corso Umberto Abbatteggio. Abbatteggio. 35,000, 80 square meters. Okay, let's move on. 44, Montebello di Bertone. I think I have already made the video of this property. I'm not sure. Montebello di Bertona. I remember I came across this property. Okay, let's go. I wanted to go on my channel just to see if I made the video of Montebello di Bertona. Montebello di Bertona, exactly. I published this video, this property on the 16th of January, 44,000 euro. Basically, if you go on my channel and if you go on search, okay, now let's do it together. Let's go on my channel just to show you that if we go on my channel here and we select a region, for example, and I say Abruzzo, wait a second, not in here, search inside the channel Abruzzo, here they will find me all the videos that I made about Abruzzo. So basically you can find by region all the properties that I've covered. All right, so all the videos that are talking about Abruzzo you will find here. So I covered many videos, all right. I have many videos, so this is for you to know. Okay, let's go back. 44,000, so Montebello di Bertone I have already covered. 60,000 euro, 32,000. This is okay, an interesting property. 40 pictures. Let's see if they show inside. Maybe there's no heating system. That could be one of the it looks like a decent property, but I don't see radiators. This one, I will enter 1 second, simply to understand if they have heating system. No heating. So I remember I came across this property, but I skipped it because no heating. Then would you be interested to buy a house without heating system? They might have stove, wooden stove, they might have fireplace, but that's an investment unless, again, as I said before, you might be interested just in a holiday house, holiday home to use during the summery months. Then you can avoid heating system. 17,000, Caramanico Terme, 33,500. Looks an interesting property. We are in a small hamlet. Interesting, but again, also in this property, I don't see heating system. Big small rooms, cellars. Anyway, it's not a bad property, but again, let's enter to see. I guess there's no heating system. We are in a small hamlet, okay, in Caramanico Terme municipality. No heating, again. You see, this is another problem that I face quite often when I'm searching for properties for sale. Okay, 33,500, and I skip 48,000, 40,000, Caramanico Terme, 29,000, Civitaquana, 110 square meters, detached house with land. Okay, this is a countryside home, which it looks not in a very bad condition. Okay, again, I don't see radiators around the house. Spacious enough. I like this property, but again, I would like to see if there is, okay, here they're not even mentioning if there is a heating system. So I guess the property is completed by two sellers. 29,000 euro for an independent house is a very interesting price. But again, the problem is there's no heating system. And in my videos, I'm always searching for properties that at least have heating system. Now, here we are, Santa Eufemia, Amayella, so we are close to the mountains. Another property. Also here, I don't see heating system. As you see, under 35, 40, very hard to find. Very under 35, let's say under 40, 35, very hard. Here, full project. Let's keep it. Here, this one doesn't look bad, 34,000. Okay, spacious enough, but also here I don't see any sort of radiator. Big cellars. For sale portion of ancient building with small exclusive courtyard and land not far in the green and count fortified hamlet of Castiglione a Casauria. Again, pity there's no heating system. It's not even mentioned here. So let's go back. 14,000. I came across something here for 14,000. Pietranico. I have the feeling that I have already made a video of this property. Yes. Also, this property I have already covered with steepy steps, just one room, one bedroom, double entrance. Anyway, 55 square meters, quite small. Santa Eufemia, 30,000. Okay, this one I already see. 55, 50, 60, 28. It's not really convincing me. You see, let's see. Also here, no, nice property. I think they have 2 bathrooms. No, I just saw 1 bathroom. 2 bedrooms, lovely, spacious. But let's see 1 second, because this one, it's not a really bad property with a lovely balcony, 1 bathroom, garden, individual heating. Now here is mentioned, I haven't seen any radiators, but let's take a note simply because 28k, I will investigate later. Bussi sul Tirino. Bussi sul Tirino. Obviously, we are always talking about small towns in Abruzzo region. 75 square meters, 850 square feet. Okay, I have to say that these properties that I found up to now are not really convincing me. Let's check. 39,900. Farindola. I already came across this property, which it looks nice. Up to now, I see radiators, 16 pictures. Farindola. I'm wondering if I have already made a video about this property. Let's go here. Farindola. Okay. No. All right. I came across here. Farindola. Farindola. I just write the name of the town to see if it's in my... Okay, let's see. Farindola. No. Farindola. No. Pescara. Pen Abruzzo. Okay, anyway, let's go back to our search. 39,900, 49,000. Okay, basically here in Pescara province, quite hard to find under 35. 27,000. A bit old, in Salle, in a small town called Salle. Don't see heating system, I don't see radiators. They have good amount of pictures. Storage rooms, cellars. Let's check, even if it's not convincing me. 27K, Salle. So I will just finish to cover this page, the third page. Then, as usual, I'm sharing this link under the description of the video for you to go. If you came across one of these property and you're interested, so it's enough you just follow this link, which I paste under the description of the video. So you will jump straight away into this search and you will find the property that maybe you came across and you found interesting. 39,000, spiral staircase, radiators. This is not bad. Close to the mountains, obviously. Not close to the sea. Obviously, the lower the price, generally, the further we are from the sea. Castiglione a Casauria. Castiglione a Casauria. 65 square meters, quite small. 700 square feet. So anyway, 31,000 in a small street, Castiglione a Casauria, also here. Property which is not perfect. No radiators, no heating system. 45. I think at the end, for this week, I have to go over 40,000 because up to now I only selected properties which are under 40. But I think here to find a decent one to make a video in Pescara province, this one it's interesting, but no pictures, only 10 pictures. 59 square meters. We are not talking about big property, but no pictures. 58,000, 53,000, 26. Santa Eufemia a Maiella, so another property not far from the mountains. Kitchen, bedroom, not in a very bad condition, but I don't see heating system. We are in a small town, small hamlet. Let's just check if they have heating system. It says individual heating. Also a beautiful fireplace that allows the heating of the entire house. Okay, a beautiful fireplace, it says, wood burning fireplace that allows the heating of entire house. Okay. It's not a thermal fireplace. Simply they are mentioning that through this, let's take a look. Just for me to remember, 26K, Santa Eufemia, a Maiella, for me to remember, but again, with just a fireplace, and it's only 40 square meters. Disappointed. I see only now. Generally, I go for over 60 square meters. This one, Farindola, not bad. Also here, I don't see, no, I see the radiators here. 34,117 square meters. Pity, not many pictures. Okay. Let's just take a note. 34K, Farindola. Farindola. 117 square meters. Probably 1,250, 1,300 square feet. Let's just finish the page here. 25,080 square meters. Narrow spaces. Small bedroom. Here they have heating system. I see a radiator, but very small and uneven rooms. Don't know. It's not really convincing me. Farindola. Also, this town. Don't know. Okay, I'll skip this one. Actually, no. 25K. How many pictures do they have? 12 pictures. Generally, I go for over 15 pictures when I make a video. 80 square meters. Okay, 60,000, 60,000, 18,000. This one here, 18,000. Okay, 35 square meters. We're talking about studio apartment, which is not bad, but too small. Okay, let's keep 60,000. I came across this video. I think it's not for sale anymore, this property, but it's still listed. 59,000 penne. Yeah. 45,000, 60,000, 24,000. Anyway, 38 square meters, too small. 32,500. 2 rooms. Only 11 pictures. Property. The house itself. Radiator, air conditioners. Okay, we are on a main street. Anyway, at least we don't have problem with parking here. Serra Monanesca, Serra Monacesca. Don't know. I think I will find hard to find the properties for tomorrow, for Saturday, Monday, and Wednesday, trying to cover Serra Monacesca. How many square meters? 63. Not very big. Okay, 38, 50, 30. 144 square meters. All'anno, but only 11 pictures. Not really convincing me. Courtyard, large tavern on the ground floor. Not really attractive. A house also has to be attractive. I mean, it's not very, very easy to find decent properties under 40,000 euros. Okay, my friends, this is it for today's video. I hope you have enjoyed. Okay, and I'll see you here on Italy, a Place to Love YouTube channel tomorrow with a property for sale in Pescara province. Let's see which one I will make a video of the one that I have selected. I have 3, 6, 9, 12, 13 properties, of which maybe 1 or 2 are convincing me, not really many. Anyway, we will see. I will investigate. That's my job, to make a video for you to find inexpensive properties. So I wish you a lovely day, and I'll see you here tomorrow for a property for sale in Pescara province. Bye.